good day. All righty. Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown all ready to go with another big TV5 championship wrestling program today, David.
Oh, I hope everybody's ready for the superstar to be in here with Todd, Morton, tag team match, getting things going today. A little bit later on, rock and roll RPMs, Mike Davis and Tommy Lane. Sid Vicious is huge. He will be in the ring right here today.
Mammoth.
Mammoth is a better word, as a matter of fact. Jeff Jarrett, BrickHouse Brown in a tag team match. And your AWA heavyweight champion will be in the ring today at a non-title match, the King, Jerry Lawler.
Okay, David, a couple of things I want to do. One is we want to welcome our distinguished visitors here from the United Association of Wrestling Fans. They're here in Memphis town for their first annual convention, and we're delighted to have them up with us on our TV5 Championship Wrestling. The second thing is we are going to be revealing to you today and go back and for you folks that weren't there and show you a little bit about what has become known as the Tennessee-Texas Clash. We got all the names involved, some videotape you'll want to see. All of that on today's program. We'll be back to it in just a moment.
Term City is ready with gigantic savings on furniture and appliances with terms to fit your budget. At Term City, you can find this two-piece living room suite for only $499.95. Or this four-piece bedroom suite for only $449.95. Term City has a full line of appliances and electronics to fit your every need at prices you're gonna love. And remember, Term City carries their own accountants.
After all, Stan, we don't call it Term City for nothing.
Term City, 2255 Lamar.
When your stomach feels like this, you want this. And when your stomach feels like this, now you can choose this. Introducing new Maximum Strength Pepto-Bismol. Now there's twice the medicine, twice the Pepto.
This week, Beale Street celebrates an anniversary. $27 million, and 5 years later, how is the street really doing? What barriers have been overcome, and what obstacles still remain in bringing life back to the world-famous district? In an Action News Focus 5 report, Greeley Kyle will talk to the Beale developers, merchants, and musicians for a progress report. What does the future hold for Beale Street? Watch Paved with Good Intentions, starting Wednesday at 10, only on Action News 5.
You know, nobody beats Midas. Mr. Mullen here went looking all over for a muffler shop that had the know-how to get him in and out fast. He could have saved himself a lot of time if he came here first. At Midas, we do almost 5 million exhaust jobs a year. We can usually get you in and out in less than an hour, no matter what kind of car you have. Hey, we invented this business over 30 years ago. Nobody beats Midas.
Midas is offering oil changes for just $13.95. One more reason why nobody beats Midas.
Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum, Championship Wrestling presents for the first time ever a Tennessee-Texas shootout. 8-man tag battle. Kevin and Kerry VonErichs, Steve Cox and Frank Dusek battle Jerry the King Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Eddie Marlin. Plus, a New York City Street Rumble. Handsome Jimmy Valiant versus Wildfire Tommy Rich. World-class light heavyweight championship match. Eric Embry defends his belt. A return tag team match. The Stud Stable. Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden with Sylvia in their corner take on Jeff Jarrett and BrickHouse Brown. The RPMs with Downtown Bruno battle Bill Superstar Dundee and Todd Morton with Jamie Dundee in their corner. CWA Heavyweight Championship. Bill Hickerson defends against Nature's Best Daryl Justin. The Top Guns versus Cactus Jack and Gary Young. Scott Steiner takes on Terry Adonis. Don't miss the action. Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Okay, we're going to be rolling in the ring right here as we got some dynamite bouts lined up right now. Before we get to it, though, comes Jeff Jarrett, BrickHouse Brown. They're going to be joining us over here for a little conversation. Jeff with a big smile on his face, and that's kind of unusual because ever since Robert Fuller has been around. There hadn't been a whole lot to smile about, but it looks like you got a little good news here today.
Yeah, Lance, I got good news and bad news today.
No.
First, I'll tell you about the good news.
Good.
You know, ever since Robert Fuller's been around here, and here of late, he's used that boot. He's knocked out myself. He's knocked out BrickHouse. He's knocked out Bill Dundee, Jamie Dundee, and a couple more. But I brought a little piece of film here today, and let's just show that and show the people.
Okay, take a look right now at the action that was taking place with Brick and Jeff going against Fuller and Golden. And now Fuller and Golden slam Jeff into the turnbuckles and tie his legs up so that he's hanging upside down. This is all after the match. Referee trying to get him back as they kick away on his stomach. BrickHouse back up on the ring apron. Jeff still hanging there. And now Brick thrown in. Double clothesline with Golden and Fuller. The referee trying to get Jeff out, and he finally does. Reverse neck breaker from Golden on BrickHouse. So Fuller and Golden, having won it in the fashion that they did, continue to punish Jeff and BrickHouse. Brick took a tremendous... Oh, and as Fuller came off, he double hands Jimmy Golden. Now Brick getting his due in on Fuller. Jeff rolls over there, and the battle goes on, Roger.
Oh, we've just got a boxing match now. A street brawl. BrickHouse really working on Jimmy Golden. No, I tell you, look at Jeff Jarrett. He's getting a boot off of Fuller. He's unlacing it. BrickHouse has got Jimmy Golden taken care of. He's unlacing a boot. Maybe we'll see once and for all what Fuller has in a boot. He's almost got it. He's got it off. He's got the loaded boot.
Now he's loading it. That's what. Jeff got it once before on TV, and wham! He nails Golden with it in the midsection. Slammed him on the back, and Golden goes down. Fuller. That's the good news.
That's the good news, Lance. I did get that boot. But
You used it pretty good, too.
That's right. But
You got it loaded up in great
I
fashion.
loaded it right there on that turnbuckle. But the bad news is, as you saw in that film clip, I was hung up in the corner, and I went to the doctor, and they said my leg was stretched out, the tendons and ligaments and the muscles are all stretched out.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, they're stretched out. And so I went home, and then I came back a couple hours later, and he said, the only thing that we can do about this, Jeff, is you're going to have to wear this special boot here. Only bad thing about it, yeah, that's the bad news, Lance.
Gee, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. The only bad thing, Lance, is I got to wear this boot now every time I wrestle.
Well, Jeff, you're just going to have to bear up under that in there.
Bear with it, right?
I hope you get better in a couple of years, something like that. Well, that's the good news and the bad news. Brick?
Yeah, the bad news is things just starting to happen around here. Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, let me tell y'all something right now. You done beat me on TV with that belt like I was a runaway slave. You done hurt this man up, done hurt his leg up. He's got to wear this boot. You're going around causing all kind of havoc. But let me tell you something right now, partners, ex-partners. Y'all gonna be taken out, and taken out the hard way. Because I done told you, it's war, and we ain't taking no prisoners, and dues gonna be paid, because you know what? The shoe's on the other foot.
All right, I love it. Oh, yeah. I think that was kind of a prophetic little comment that BrickHouse made when he wound it up right there. Okay, Davey, we're about ready for our bout in the ring.
All right, this one will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Here they come, the superstar, Todd Morton. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. On one side of the ring, it's Keith Eric out of Memphis, Tennessee, and the Hangman. Total weight 450 pounds. Across the way, from Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee, his partner from Bardstown, Kentucky, Todd Morton. Their total weight is about 438 pounds.
You got Jamie Dundee working in the corner with his dad and Todd Morton over there. the team of the Hangman and Keith Eric, pretty healthy guys, too. They're big, all right.
They are indeed. Keith Eric, of course, used to weigh about 140 pounds, something like that, but he has really put on lots of weight in the last few years. The Hangman always had good weight on him.
Dundee, I got you, Gene.
Yep. Bill Dundee over to the corner, the tag on his former pupil, Todd Morton. Boy, Todd came in here several weeks ago, and I think we'd seen him once before a long time ago, but not since Bill had been working with him. And, man, he kind of set the ring on fire when he stepped in there for the first time. Kind of a surprise to all of us, I think, when we saw how good he was. And, of course, in recent weeks, he and Bill have been teaming up.
Well, it's interesting, too. I think that Bill could work with him. He worked with him well because Todd has built a great deal like Dundee.
Yes, he is.
Very stocky and strong.
Todd with a headlock over to the corner, makes the tag on Bill Dundee. We're a minute 15 seconds into the action. Our referee warned Bill about something. Bill says, oh, I wouldn't do that.
Solid armbar with Dundee hanging on to the Hangman in there. And as Keith Eric grabs him from behind, woohoo! The Hangman was going to nail Dundee. He got out of the way, and the knee planted right on Keith Eric. Knocked him down off the ring apron. Eric back up. A tag, and he's in the ring facing the superstar.
Nice leg drop by Bill Dundee. Takes Keith over to the corner, tags Todd Morton. Todd Morton just kind of steps over the top rope. Oh, look at this kid move. Keith Eric trying to counter. Todd Morton maintaining the advantage. Back to the corner, and the tag on Dundee. Dundee around behind. He's going for a sleeper. Is he going to be able to get it on him? Keith Eric down on the mat. Dundee's hanging on.
Jamie, yeah. Right down there checking it out.
Yeah, Jamie says you got him. Hang on. I think he may be right, too. Waiting for a signal from Jerry Calhoun. Here it is. He said ring the bell, and Bill Dundee and Todd Morton have got themselves a victory in 2 minutes, 32 seconds of action. Now it's good morning time. Hello. Welcome back, Keith Eric.
Keith Eric had it popped on him by the superstar Bill Dundee, and our opening bout goes to the measure of Mr. Morton and Mr. Dundee as the Hangman and Keith Eric. I haven't seen anybody nail that on Keith Eric and be able to make it stick in there, so that was a good move in there. Eric has been very, very successful. And there comes Jimmy Gold, and hey, it's not that I don't want to be hospitable, but I'm going to tell you guys that we've got to be getting into a break here, Robert.
Hey,
so whatever you got.
Before you get into a break, I want to talk about a sloppy punk for just 1 second that come out here laughing at a man's demise. As you know, I was back jumped and my leg was injured. That boot was a necessary part of me continuing my career. Shut up! Conspiracy going on. Any promotion that would allow them to take this man's boot when he was hurt and spend a lot of money to get that boot. It's a conspiracy going on, and I'm going to tell you something, Jeff Jarrett. You got exactly, brother, to the end of this program to get that boot right back out here and set it down, and everything will be forgotten.
Why do I believe you'll never bring it up?
I knew that boy had mental problems. I knew your brains were stirred up in your head, just like your mom and your daddy and the rest of that Jarrett family. But you're getting a little over the line. You're just a little bit too ignorant when you start stealing from the stud, baby. And that's exactly what you've done. Okay. You went out there and you stole.
We gotta go.
Robbed me blind.
Let's take a break. Hey, Robert.
Is it possible for hair to have too much body? Prel says no. So they've built more bodybuilders than ever into my brand new Prel bodybuilding system. New Prel shampoos in even more body for more fullness. And new Prel conditioner enhances all that body with better manageability. Because when it comes to body, Prel says, the more the better.
At Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do it right. Chicken right.
The deadline is Monday. It's true, Chevy's extended the rebates through Monday. And here at Guatney Chevrolet, to clear out all the 88s by closing time Monday, we're passing on special factory-to-dealer bonus incentives that mean through Monday you can own a new Chevy S10 for just $63.88. Through Monday you can own a fully equipped full-size Cheyenne half-ton pickup for a low $94.88. Through Monday, you can own a top-of-the-line, fully equipped new Silverado for a low $11,088. But only through Monday. The deadline's Monday at Guatney Chevrolet, Memphis.
The Treasures of Danzig, the only complete Jewish communal collection to survive the Holocaust.
They remind us of a frightening time in history when man's inhumanity to man was never more brutally enacted. I'm Denise Dubois.
And I'm Dick Hawley at the Memphis State University Gallery, inviting you to join us for Danzig 1939, Treasures of a Destroyed Community, tonight at 5.
Take an inside look at this remarkable exhibit with us here on TV5.
Join us.
We've got more action in the ringer. We're going to be back to it in a moment. The world champ will be in here before the program's over with. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Dave, we had the really big Mayhem in Memphis show that took place in here. And, of course, there were a lot of stars from all over. A lot of them that were here were from the world-class section, which is, of course, in the Texas areas where their headquarters is. An incident took place that kind of led up to one of the most unusual confrontations, I believe, that I have ever seen. It happened in a Jerry Lawler-Kerry VonErichs match, and we want to refresh your mind and let you take a look at it. Here's some of the highlights of what happened that night.
There's Frank Dusek up on the ring apron. I hope, be careful, Frank. Please be careful. Right hand by Jerry Lawler. VonErichs trying to answer back. Frank Dusek trying to calm down Jerry Lawler. He's managed to do that. He'll do the same. Oh, no! Uh-oh. You fans in Texas have seen Captain Frank Dusek before. In the meantime, Lawler and VonErichs going toe-to-toe. Here comes Michael P.S. Hayes. He's in there with Jeff Jarrett. Now what you've got here, ladies and gentlemen, is a group of wrestlers from Texas and a group of wrestlers from Tennessee. Representing Tennessee, if you will, is superstar Bill Dundee. Bill Dundee pushing Michael P.S. Hayes. Into the ring comes Steve Cox. We've lost total control at the meantime. Lawler and VonErichs going on again. This is totally out of control. Jeff Jarrett trying to get now in Frank Dusek's face. There's Frank Dusek. Jerry the King Lawler, superstar Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Michael P.S. Hayes and Steve Cox. They couldn't hold back the modern-day warrior. Kerry VonErichs all over. Jerry the King Lawler like a cheap suit. Frank Dusek trying to break things up. And there's Lawler. And there's the meeting of the minds, Tennessee and Texas. Michael P.S. Hayes takes his shirt off. He shoves superstar Bill Dundee. Shoves Jeff Jarrett. What we've got here is Tennessee versus Texas. And the crowd wants it. The crowd wants to see it. Frank Dusek is trying to get his guys to calm down. Kerry VonErichs talking to Frank Dusek right now. There's Jeff Jarrett. Next to him, Jerry the King Lawler. There's the modern-day warrior, Kerry VonErichs. Bill Dundee going thumbs down. There's Jarrett and Lawler. There will be no winner as both Lawler and Kerry VonErichs punch the referee. It then deteriorated into a brawl between Lawler and VonErichs. It then somehow deteriorated into a brawl between Texas and Tennessee. Even Frank Dusek getting involved. And there he is with the modern-day warrior, Kerry VonErichs.
You wait till...
All right, let's go to Dusek.
You just wait till Chicago on the 13th. They'll both be here. World Class promises it.
Hey, and I tell you what, anytime, any place, anywhere, Texas will kick Tennessee's ass.
All right, there goes.
Well, it was an excitable moment, to say the very least about it. It was kind of an unusual situation. Right now, we want to get up and talk to some of the guys that were there and involved in this situation. Here comes the king, the superstar, Jeff Jarrett and Eddie Marlin. And obviously, it was a situation of the moment when the feelings were running high, and we ended up with that situation that developed.
Well, you know, Lance, this whole thing started over this World Heavyweight Championship belt right here. Kerry VonErichs and his world-class title coming in here to try to win this AWA World Championship. And we had not one, not two, but we had several meetings. And on this last one that you saw the footage of right there, he happened to, I guess he went home to Texas, and every time he got off that plane and his promoter, Frank Dusek, down there, saw that he didn't have this World Championship, I guess Kerry got a little bit of a tongue lashing. Well, what he decided to do, he decided to bring his promoter with him because he probably cried that he didn't get a square deal up here. So Frank Dusek, the matchmaker, the promoter for World Class down in Texas, was sitting at ringside. And as you saw on that footage, I wish you guys had backed it up and shown just a little bit more, a little bit earlier what happened. When Kerry VonErichs was just getting down to the heart of the matter, just getting things ready to be settled, just getting down to the meat of the issue, Frank Dusek, I guess he got a little worried. He jumps up from the announcer's table and into the ring and says, "Hold it, fellas. Let's stop this thing right here. Let's just stop this match. Let's call it even. Let's call it a draw." Well, that's, you know, if that's the way he wants it, that's fine with me. So then Eddie comes into the ring. What happens next? Frank Dusek wants to push Eddie Marlin around. Then all of a sudden, here comes, what, Michael Hayes, Steve Cox. All of these jerks want to come in the ring. Well, let me tell you something. When I first started this out, I had a lot of respect for Kerry VonErichs. I came out here and I told everybody this is the toughest man I ever been in the ring with, and that he was a true champion and that he deserved a title shot. But I'm standing here right now to tell you that a lot of water's gone under the bridge since then. And Kerry VonErichs, I know you got a lot of fans, especially in Texas. But as far as any respect from me, brother, you have lost every bit of it, because I don't care for you anymore, Kerry VonErichs. I don't think you're a true champion anymore, Kerry VonErichs. And the next time we get in the ring, which is going to be Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, I'm going to prove to you who the true champion is. And you bring all your friends and you bring your family. You know, this time he's got I guess, Michael Hayes, who wanted to come in, shoot off his mouth about how bad Texas is. Well, conveniently, Michael Hayes didn't want to come up and participate in this match.
Yeah, right.
So I think you're yellow, Michael Hayes. But what Kerry VonErichs has done, he's got his brother Kevin. So he's bringing the VonErichs family, and he's bringing Steve Cox, and he is bringing Frank Dusek. He is bringing Frank Dusek, and they're going to all get in the ring, and what we're going to call this is the Texas and Tennessee shootout. Now, let me tell all of these people here, as I said, when I go down to Texas, or when Kerry VonErichs comes up here, half the people were cheering for Kerry VonErichs because when they see him on TV, he presents himself as a nice-looking, honorable young man. Well, when I went down to Texas, brother, let me tell you about the rude welcome I got down there from those tobacco-chewing, snuff-dipping, clod-kicking Texans who don't know a true wrestler when they see one. They tried to boo me out of the building, Lance. Well, I don't care for Texas, and I don't care for you anymore, Kerry, and I'm going to prove it to you Monday night. And here's a man right here who's got a few words to say to that idiot Frank Dusek, I can assure you.
I think he had a few words to say to us. If we can, let's roll and see.
I've got a tape from Frank Dusek. Let's take a listen to it.
Texas-Tennessee shootout, October 10th, a Monday, Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, big T stands for Texas, like the song says, and little T stands for Tennessee. Eddie Marlin, one time a legend in the sport of professional wrestling. Now not only on a roll, but over the hill and barely up the other side. What have you got yourself? You brought yourself the cream of CWA Wrestling. You have the audacity to challenge the big leagues. You have the audacity to want to come into the ring against the cream of world-class championship wrestling, the premier wrestling organization in the world today. Now, what are you bringing, old man? What are you bringing down here to talk to me with? You're bringing a paper champion, Jerry the King Lawler, a man that you've got lucky and won the AWA belt. Fantastic wrestler, but you've groomed him. You've kept him from any legal good challengers right up until now, until he met the modern-day warrior, 6'2½", 282 pounds, the one true world heavyweight champion. I'm talking about Kerry VonErichs. You got a little fellow about this high by the name of Bill Dundee, calls himself a superstar. Well, I'm going to bring you Kevin VonErichs, the master of the Iron Claw, the greatest leg scissor since Joe Stecker. You bring me this wet behind the ears kid, Jeff Jarrett. Great heart, one day he's going to be one of the legends of professional wrestling. Well, I'm going to bring you Steve Cox, former UWF Rookie of the Year, 6'2", 250 pounds, and he don't care about nothing. And Eddie Marlin, what are you? The man whose back goes out more than he does. The man whose gleam in his eyes, just the light reflected off his bifocals. Well, old man, I don't blame you if you're too afraid to get into the ring. I'm not going to have to. But if you do step into the ring in Memphis, Tennessee, after Kerry VonErichs beating Jerry Lawler, after Kevin VonErichs beating Bill Dundee, after Steve Cox has beaten Jeff Jarrett, if you still got what it takes, if I haven't embarrassed you so bad, you come in that ring, old man. You come on in that ring, and I'm going to teach you what it means to meet a Dusek. D is in dirty, U is in united, S is in sexy, E is in equality, and K is in... You're the best of Tennessee? Well, let me tell you, Texas is coming. Beat us if you can.
I believe that's what everybody's got in their mind,
I think that old man has just fought his best battle right there with his mouth. And far as Jerry the King Lawler, if he hadn't jumped up on the apron of the ring that night that you seen the film, Jerry the King Lawler would have this belt, and he would have had the world-class belt, because he wanted to call it a draw. Jerry Lawler didn't want to call it a draw. I didn't want to call it a draw. This man right here, he may be short, but he's the toughest short man you ever seen in your life. And he will take care of Cox. He knocked... said he was wet behind the ear. He was an AWA rookie, not just a copy rookie. He was a Rookie of the Year for the whole AWA.
That's correct.
Now, Eddie Marlin, you said one thing right. I'm old, and I know I'm old, so that puts it in my favor. You don't come from Texas and knock Tennessee. You don't come from Texas and shove somebody around that's from Tennessee. You're in our backyard, young man, and when you go back to Texas, you will tell everybody in Texas, don't go to Tennessee. They'll show you what it's all about, right?
Brother, you got that right. Let me tell you something, Dusek, Steve Cox, Kevin and Kerry VonErichs, you're from Texas. Big, bad Texas. Well, come on up to Memphis, brother, and we'll show you what we got right here in Tennessee. And you ain't gonna like it, I can assure you that.
It's going to be happening. Good luck, Eddie. I'm right behind you all the way, Pod. And I'll tell you one thing. They think that they're going to be pushing Eddie Marlin and that whole crew around. They got another thing coming, but that's exactly what it's going to be when the main event time comes down at the Mid-South Coliseum. Let me give you the entire card. Again, a reminder, regular prices will be in existence for you Monday night. Free parking down at the Coliseum. And we've got a lot of action and a lot of matches. Opening up, the muscle man from the Motor City, Scott Steiner, will be facing Terry Adonis. The Top Guns, a team of Ricky Rice and John Paul, will be going against Gary Young and Cactus Jack. It'll be a CWA heavyweight title match when Phil Hickerson takes on young Daryl Justin. The Rock and Roll RPMs with Downtown Bruno, and we're going to have more on Bruno a little later in the program today, will be facing Todd Morton and Bill Dundee with Jamie Dundee outside. A return grudge match with Jeff Jarrett, even though his leg has been injured and he's going to have to wear that special boot in there. He'll be in there with BrickHouse Brown going against the Tennessee stud Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden with Sylvia and Bruno. And then a world-class light heavyweight title match when Eric Emery, the champion from World Class, will be coming in here against Bill Justin. the brother of Darrell, who was involved in an earlier championship match. A New York City Street Rumble. Well, I don't know how anything could get any wilder than it was last week, but if anything can, this will be it. Wildfire Tommy Rich will be facing handsome Jimmy Valiant, and that's in the New York City Street Rumble. And the final match, and this is the one that will be worth the price of admission in itself. The King, the Superstar, Jeff Jarrett, Eddie Marlin, in the ring, Kerry and Kevin VonErichs, and Steve Cox and Frank Dusek will be there in what is referred to as the Texas-Tennessee shootout. Partner, this is one I know you're going to want to say, I was there. You don't want to miss it. Monday night, Coliseum regular price. Back in a moment.
You're the winner. Win a $5,000 shopping spree and find super buys like this bunk bed only $166 or 6-piece den group $5.99. Shop Flemington C. We'll do more for you.
They're roaming our streets, lost, abandoned, destined for death or experimentation. Hi, I'm Randy Travis. Join us tonight for a shocking look at the plight of stray animals, a behind-the-scenes look at what really happens to man's best friends. Join us for Pets to Spare, tonight at 6 on Action News 5 Overview.
Imagine this, you've been cast as a star in a primetime television program. Your name's in TV Guide, you work day and night with cast and crew to make that show a hit. You all believe it's going to be a blockbuster success. The new MASH, the new All in the Family. Your grandchildren will be watching the reruns, and then the show is canceled. Stars who cope with cancellation on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
Monday at 3 on TV5.
Wheel takes a Sunday spin, 10:30 p.m.
Brother Hell for Jolly Royal Furniture. Old Hans Bergenbitten was all set to visit the old country until Royal Furniture announced its Oktoberfest of values. Then he canceled the trip when he saw this. A superb wall hugger rocker recliner by Barker Lounger. It's in blue or brown, $249. You could pay twice as much. What a sale. As they say in Germany, Guten Muttenfaten, which means, hey, Maine man, what's coming down?
Old soldiers never die, but neglected batteries do. That's why I feel better with a Delco battery under the hood. Sealed tight, maintenance-free, with plenty of startup power to handle cold mountain weekends.
Precision AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
We old soldiers spend our time on live trout, not dead batteries.
M&W Auto Parts supplying Memphis and Union City, Tennessee.
The mental demands on you are very, very severe. Just automatically, you get off the edge and you get a headache, and there's nothing you can do about it. It just happens. That's the reason we always keep some goodies handy, because goodies gets rid of a headache in a hurry. And when you work for a living, there are times when you really need that.
TV5, FM 100, and WMC 79 present the NBA Spectacular at the Mid-South Coliseum. See the Detroit Pistons, featuring Isaiah Thomas and former MSU star William Bedford, take on the San Antonio Spurs with former Arkansas star Alvin Robertson. TV5 brings NBA basketball to the Mid-South Coliseum, October 19th at 7:30. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster or call 274-7401 for ticket information.
Okay, we got two of the guys in the ring right now. We're waiting on the other two, and they will be here in just a moment. The RPMs are the opposition in this particular match, and here they come, the Southern Tag Champs. Tommy Lane, Mike Davis, Rock and Roll RPM, and of course, with them is the official manager of the stud stable, Downtown Bruno.
That's right. You've got one fall, 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing at a total of 4:42. Out of Halls, Tennessee, Rodney Napper. From Arkansas, Alan Reynolds. And going against him from Atlanta, Georgia, the Rock and Roll RPM.
Give me that mic.
Lance,
I got to talk to you about something, brother.
Yeah,
Listen here. That Bill Dundee, that Todd Morton, that Jamie Dundee punk got a lot of nerve. You know what? I had to spend 5 of the most miserable, horrifying days of my whole life dealing with that Bill Dundee's every whim and every desire. I had to clean up his house. I had to wash his car. I had to do everything he told me to do. And I'm not a servant. I'm a professional wrestling manager, and a darn good one. I've been in this business for 10 years, Lance Russell. I've paid my dues. I've worked a long, long time to get where I'm at today. The manager of the stud stable. Downtown Bruno has got a big name in professional wrestling. And people were driving up and down the street looking at me, washing the car, cutting the grass, doing, dealing with what the dogs do. And you know what dogs do, Lance Russell, and they don't smell pretty. And there I am out there doing it just like a common idiot from Tennessee. Everybody must have thought I was some sort of backwater Tennessee redneck or something out there.
Bruno, we've got a videotape that we're going to show a little bit later, but let's get our attention on the match. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Like
we didn't get a chance to get around to it.
I swear, I like to knock him and his punk kid out. You know what, Lance? That was the most disgusting thing that's ever happened to me. I've been beat up in the ring. I've had my teeth knocked out. I've been hurt. I've had my head busted open. But never have I had to do anything that degrading.
Well,
because you beat me up and I'll get...
Why don't you just stay there and talk? I'm going to get out
Where
front
are you
here.
going, Lance?
I just want to tell the folks that ending up was downtown Bruno, who served as a man-servant. Come on out here, Bruno, for crying out loud. And we got about 10 hours of footage on there, and obviously we don't have the time for it, so we've got it edited down to give you a little idea
you'll see just how horrifying it was.
Well, this is exactly what you deserved, and here's what it looks like. All right, Bruno.
What have you got on? What am I got on? I got my outfit on. It's what I always wear.
Well, you don't wear it here. See the first job you got right there,
What?
washing that car, Mrs. Dundee's car. So just go change it, okay? 2 hours we've been waiting
Look,
here
what?
on you.
I don't never change my clothes.
Well, you're going to change them today, okay? Or you can wash them in that app. Whatever you want. It's up to you.
I'll change mine. I ain't getting
All right.
dirty.
Okay. Bruno, let's go. Jimmy, get the bucket. Go get the bucket. We're going to wash the car, and you're going to get the hose.
With a
Let's
bucket?
go.
You expect me to do it?
Never mind.
Hey.
Get the hose. Let's go.
There, it's washed.
Washed?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Wash the tire, Bruno. Come here. Fill the bucket up. Take this brush and wash that tire. I'll hold the hose for you, brother. Come on. Excuse me. Oh.
Hey!
Wash the hose, Bruno. Now get the brush. Jimmy, get me that brush over.
Give me that brush if you expect me to do this thing.
All right. Scrub it. You need a bucket full of water. There's the water. Let's scrub the tire, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I tell Robert about this?
I don't care who you tell. Whoop, excuse me.
Hey, that's it. Why, I'd have knocked you out.
Why don't you? Because I don't want to. Just scrub the tire, Bruno. We got a real surprise for you. You ain't driving. You're pushing.
Oh, come on.
Got all this grass in here, so just take off and cut the grass, okay? It's a motor more, so take off, boy. Damn it. Daddy, you think I'll tell him you ought to start that thing up or what? Or just let him push it? Hey, Bruno, you know what the sewer is?
Yeah, I know what the sewer
Push
is.
the little button and it all, right?
That's it.
Pittsburgh?
Right.
Out here we ain't got it. You know what we gotta do? What? We gotta pick it up. Right, and you're gonna pick it up with this little scooper pooper here.
Well, it stinks. I ain't going to go in there.
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
are.
scared. I ain't going in there with no dog. I'm scared of that
All
dog.
right, that dog just likes to eat nice meat. It ain't gonna bother you. Come on, Bill.
No, don't let me get in here. I don't want to be...
Go. Pick it up, boy.
I don't want to do this. You better be paying me good.
I am.
You will I tell Hickerson about this? Yeah.
There's one sitting right in the garage. And there's the tire off.
Yeah.
Go get it for me. Good, break the tire, will you?
God.
Bruno, even the dog don't like you, man.
Can you imagine that, Lance Russell? I don't think it's funny. Can you imagine? Hey, wait a minute. Listen to me right now. I don't think that was funny. That dog tore a big piece out of my leg. Well, Jamie, wherever you're at, I'd like to tear a big piece out of your leg. I wish Dundee and Jamie and all of them would listen to this. I've got some type of challenge right now. It's my type of challenge. Bill Dundee, you and that goofy Todd Morton, there is no way in the world that you two idiots can beat the rock and roll RPMs. The last time the referee was paid off, you had interference from outside the ring. If the rock and roll RPMs have one more match with you, I want a stipulation. Wait a minute. Just listen to what I'm going to say to you, Dundee. When the rock and roll RPMs... Wait, no.
Hey, come on, Billy.
When the rock and roll RPMs beat you and your partner...
You what punk you got? I don't like you. That dog never liked. I ain't talking to you.
Hey, watch that shirt now.
He can talk.
This is verbal. This is...
You what? Because I don't like you.
When the RPMs beat you and you, Morton, I want to give this punk here 10 lashes on his back with my belt. And tear him like you should have did a long time ago. Maybe he'd have got a little bit smarter, Bill.
Well, what you're saying is if you beat us, you beat this boy, we 10 lashes, and we beat you, we do the same thing, right?
I don't care. I'm not even worried about it because there's no way that you can beat them.
I have enough confidence in my dad and Todd. I accept it.
Good. You got enough stupidity.
You got it.
Well, the challenge was made. It was accepted. The idea being that when the
RPM... You're more like a red-headed stepchild, Lance Russell. It's like Mama said, it beats that way sometimes.
No problem.
Okay, well, we'll find it out. That's what it's all about. We're going to take time. I'll be back in just a moment.
To get great-looking hair, you don't need separate shampoo and conditioner. Get it together. In just one step, get your hair clean, more manageable.
Get one that does the work of two.
For control you can't get from shampoo alone.
Wash and go.
Shampoo plus conditioner in one.
Plus.
I brought my car in this morning to Econo Auto Painting to get a new paint job. I'm looking for quality, and I know I can get it here from the experts at Econo. Well, they do the body work right here in the shop, if you need it. And the prices are reasonable. An Econo paint job is guaranteed for a full year. So if you're looking for top quality and good value in a paint job, Econo's the first place you should go to. Call Econo today to get a good paint job for less. Econo gives your car that new car shine.
Econo makes great things happen.
1975 was a year of black eyes. Haldeman and Ehrlichman, involved in the Watergate cover-up, were sentenced to 30 months in prison. It was revealed the CIA had plotted assassinations, kept illegal files on 300,000 American citizens, and supplied Richard Nixon with information to use against political foes. The FBI confessed to break-ins and burglaries. 1975 was when the last American was airlifted from Vietnam. There were 2 attempts in a single month to shoot President Ford, and the World Football League collapsed despite the bright showing of the Memphis Grizzlies. On a happier note, though, Theater Memphis opened its new home in 1975. Ron Terry was king of Carnival. And the WMC stations added a 3rd story to make room for their growing news department. And we're still growing as we sail into another 40 years.
Okay, one of the matches that we've got coming up Monday night down there, we'll put together Handsome Jimmy Valiant and Wildfire Tommy Rich. Yeah. You know what happened the last time these guys met last week. We've got just a little sample of it. Let's take a look at it right now.
Wild night, huh? Something in the air. Handsome Jimmy going for the sleeper. He's going to try to put him to sleep. He's going for it. Uh-oh, there's Buddy Landale in. Misses. Handsome Jimmy puts a sleeper on Buddy Landale. You didn't see it. Tommy Rich has got a blooming chain in the ring. Yeah, he does. He's winding it up. He's got a sleeper on Landale, but Rich laying there playing possum now. He's got that. And that's going to be a disqualification. Disqualification on Tommy Rich for Landale's interference. And as Jimmy Valiant draws back to nail Tommy Rich, he really got blasted by Rich. I mean, pound him down and out. It's over with.
Well, you know, when you put two names like Handsome Jimmy and Wildfire together, and there's got to be wild, but who in the Sam Hill can believe how wild it's going to be with these guys? Absolutely crazy. Valiant had some comments to make about the rematch that's coming up. Take a look at this.
Man, it's about 12 o'clock midnight. I was standing on the street corner, and I got ran over by a train. Tommy Rich, I have never in my life been knocked out. Well, brother, you're the first. You did it. You knocked me out, Jack, and I was knocked out. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't know what time it is. All I can remember is my lights went out. I've seen stars many times, but I never had total blackness. I'm just chilling all over, Jack. It gives me goosebumps, baby. It's something I thought that I was at the point of no return. Well, Tommy Rich, I got something for you, baby. Next week in Memphis, Tennessee, Handsome Jimmy's town, baby. It's a New York City street brawl, and it's me and you. I have never lost one of these in my life. Tommy Rich, you wear street clothes. You wear anything in them pockets you want. And Tommy Rich, I swear to God, baby, you belong to me, baby. I'm talking to you, Jack. You belong to me, New York City, brah. Mine, Handsome Jimmy, Memphis.
Boy, those wild tattooed knuckles, which a lot of people have never noticed in there. Jimmy's got tattoos on all of his fingers and all. He'll be putting those things to good use. He loves this New York City brawl. Tommy Rich didn't let it go without making a comment about it, though. Let's hear what Wildfire had to say.
Hey, look at here, Handsome Jimmy. Look at the Wildfire, Daddy. You see it. Harley Davidson, made in the USA. What we talking about last Monday night in Memphis, Tennessee, your town. They call him, you know, they say, Mike Tyson, he's got to punch. Well, Mike Tyson tried to kill himself because he couldn't deal with life. Since I met my folks, the Harley crowd, you know, a lot of you crackers, you sit out there, you look, you weep because you're looking at the baddest, the meanest, and gonna be the nastiest thing you ever see. Everybody thought, the boogeyman. You know, he talked about hanging with Harley folks. Let me tell you something, Jimmy Valiant. You don't know nothing about Harley. You don't even know where it was made at, boy. I'm going to tell you something. The Boogie Woogie Man shaking his legs next Monday night, I'll have my bikers with me.
An ATV is a lot of fun, but it should be taken seriously. So if you ride one, you better follow these instructions. Always wear a helmet and protective clothing. Children under 16 need adult supervision. Children under 16 should never ride adult-sized machines. Inexperienced riders should take a qualified training course. Riding an ATV the wrong way could lead to serious or even fatal injury. If you're gonna play it safe.
When the stars come out to play, baby, a twinkling show, ooh, dinner out of sight at McDonald's. Showtime, it's Mac tonight.
Now, for a limited time, get a beefy quarter pounder with cheese for just 99 cents. 99 cents. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Homework at our house is very important. I try to help as much as I can, but I can't always answer all the questions. So I keep the Action News 5 homework hotline number nearby. Action News 5 and the Memphis City Schools are proud to provide the homework hotline again this year. Teachers are on duty from 5 to 9, Monday through Thursday, to answer questions. Call them at 325-5050.
The Action News 5 homework hotline is co-sponsored by Big Star and Quality Stamps. Sunday morning on TV5, join one of the most popular personalities on Memphis television.
My idol, Jerry Lawler.
It's the Jerry Lawler Show with sports and wrestling interviews and features, commentary, wrestlers' fan mail, and much more. You'll fall hard for the Jerry Lawler Show.
I thought you were going to say that.
Sunday morning at 11 on TV5.
Diane isn't going to the game tonight. In fact,
She isn't going anywhere. Don't kid yourself. Having a baby when you're a teenager is a life sentence.
We still have the action of the World Heavyweight Champion Jerry Lawler, who will be on our championship wrestling program today. And I'm telling you one thing, it never is over till it's over when it comes to action. It just keeps on going. Here comes Robert Fuller, the Tennessee stud, Jimmy Golden, downtown Bruno.
You know, Lance, I've worked very hard here to set up a real fairy tale situation. We have a prince and a pauper situation here. We have a young man that's a little bit Looney Tunes, baby, but lives in a big 3-story house with diamond rings on his hands. And then we got a boy from the projects, as low as you go, baby, a mere pauper I'm talking about, that has come out and stirred up the wrong kind of problem. Now, I'll tell you, Lance, you can go in the ring and you can try to hurt me all day because you can't get it done. You try to hurt Jimmy Golden, you're wasting your time, baby. But when you start thieving stuff that belongs to the stable, and I'm talking about that boot, Lance, that I spent a lot of money on. I need that boot to be able to stand straight in the ring. I'm handicapped in the first place, and then you stinking good-for-nothing punk, you're going to steal something from me. I'm going to promise you something. You're going to suffer broken bones, and you're going to bleed to your shoes for this, because I'm not going to say it stop until he does. You tell him. We're going to pull out all stops. It's ridiculous to make us or me get in the ring with these two goofballs with them wearing that boot. There's nothing special about that boot. You got your own wrestling boots, punk. Why don't you take care of your own boots and bring his boot back? There's nothing special about it, but I'm going to tell you what. If you're going to insist on it, you're going to pay, boys, when we step into that ring. We will take that boot off, and it will be painful doing it.
Yeah, well, here he comes.
Hey, you let him take care of his business, but I'm going to promise you something. That stud stable, the Tennessee stud, and Jimmy Golden, downtown Bruno, are going to be taking care of their business, baby. I may leave Sylvia home because this ain't going to be no place for no party, baby. It's going to be very ugly for you.
Okay, Robert.
I'm going to promise you that.
We got business to take care of.
I got business to take care of. I'll sit right here, and I'll continue my...
Dave, how about introduction on the match coming up?
All right, this match is going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit. One fall, 15-minute time limit, I beg your pardon. Introducing out of Kentucky at 212 pounds, Tommy King. And a big guy there, his name is Sid Vicious. He said it's nobody's business where he's from, and he weighs 300 pounds plus, and that's all he would tell us. Sid Vicious against Tommy King.
Ooh, and right off the bat, we rang the bell. That was an open hand, but he just slapped him. He just absolutely towers over.
I don't
Tommy.
know what popped him, did you?
Look at the size of that guy. I'm going to tell you.
You like him? You like him, Bruno? What you
Talk about big. We've heard Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden talk about how big they are. Look at the size of this guy.
What's this fella's name here?
Sid Vicious is who we're looking at.
That's the right name. That boy is vicious. I like him, Bruno. I like him.
His personality doesn't seem to be too charming. He is throwing Tommy King all over on the floor, rolls him back in the ring.
That's a rock and roll singer, Sid Vicious. That boy killed himself,
What a specimen. Woo. Tommy King caught in the bear hug. Power slam.
We're going to. Bruno, you might need to grab a briefcase on this, boy. We're going to get a contract for this young man. Whoa!
With a big leg.
Nice business right there.
That's all there was to that.
Let's get him down here. Let's get him down here.
Hey, Robert, don't start a lot of this stuff.
Get him over here. What do you want?
Hey.
What do you want? Calm down a minute, Lance. Calm down a minute. Listen, over here, you might not know. Wait a second. Over here, baby, stable runs everything. And stable, Jimmy Golden, my cousin right here, just had a fit over you as much as I did in downtown Bruno. You'd make a great man in our stable. What do you think? Sign a contract for us? Your economic problems will be over if you got any.
Fuller, I want you, the so-called stud, the Tennessee stud, and everybody out here to know I don't like nobody. Nobody. But you know what? You got to be just a little sick, a little crazy, maybe a little vicious to come out here and confront me with it. We'll work out something.
All right. But
Let me tell you one thing. Before you sign a contract, you better check with BrickHouse Brown. He knows about this guy's stuff.
Hey, you don't have to start this stuff right here. Now, I'm talking to a man. He ain't got nothing to do with BrickHouse Brown. You let us handle our agreements right here. Bruno, get over here. Get over here, baby. Listen, don't you take this money right here. Take that water bread right there, baby, and see what you can do about getting a contract on this boy. Take him out, buy him some
There's only about $1,000 here.
Don't worry, that's more than $1,000. You don't have to spend it all. If you need more, come back and get something signed up. Get something signed up. He gets that boy right there signed up, Lance. I'm gonna tell you something. You're not gonna need to worry about BrickHouse Brown or nobody else. I like that boy very much.
Yeah, he's not gonna worry about anything either. He gets signed up with you.
Curing this limp.
Hey,
Jarrett,
we gotta take a break. All right, Robert, I know what...
The National Furniture Sale is going on this month only, and you can get quality styles by Universal with savings from the Furniture Center. Make your dining room a showplace with this 5-piece French-style dining room group. Features oval table with hand-inlaid top and scalloped edges, and 4 comfortable cane-back chairs with upholstered seats. A real value at our $5.49 sale price. Your dining room deserves to be shown off, and you deserve the savings that only Furniture Center can bring you on quality Universal furnishings.
Color the weather bright and sunny.
Get your form at McDonald's.
Color the weather dark and stormy.
On Action News 5.
Color the weather and join in the fun. Pick up your entry and rules at participating McDonald's. Color the weather, then bring it back to McDonald's. Daily winners win a free meal from McDonald's, and monthly winners win a Ronald McDonald wall clock, like Corey Bird of Elmore Park Elementary. Your entry could be on Action News 5, so color the weather.
Beale Street, paved with good intentions, starting Wednesday at 10.
That bell indicates we're ready for action out here. By golly, it's Championship Wrestling keeps rolling right along. Dave Brown, Lance Russell bringing you the commentary on the CWA action for the day. Downtown
You're
Bruno.
getting ready to see Phil Hickerson, my daddy, and Cactus Jack. And Lance, I want you right now to tell everybody what my real name is, because you ain't been getting it right now. Tell them right now. I'm telling you to do it for me. Now do it.
Okay, Bruno. This is Downtown Bruno Hickerson that's sitting next to me.
That's right, Downtown Bruno Hickerson.
I've never gotten official clearance from Phil Hickerson on that. Yes, Jarrett! BrickHouse Brown.
Got us a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing at a total of 536 pounds out of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Cactus Jack. Out of Jackson, Tennessee, Phil Hickerson. And going against him at a total of 435 pounds from Miami, Florida, BrickHouse Brown. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, with a special boot on to protect his leg.
Wow, yeah.
Jeff Jarrett. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun will be the referee.
Yeah, Jeff had told us that he'd hurt his leg and the doctor prescribed that special boot. And so he has his special orthopedic boot on right there to be able to go. Cactus Jack swipes with a single leg attempt. He misses again. Jarrett backing out of it, and Jarrett saying, hey, don't be going for my leg in there like that.
Hey, Lance, guess what I got here? This is my daddy's belt. That's the CWA heavyweight title right here. He's the champion. Ain't nobody beat him. Ain't nobody beat him. Hey, Jeff Jarrett can try all kind of stuff. He can come out here with that cast on like he did a few months ago, be hitting everybody with that. Now he's got this boot all loaded up and everything, too. It was never loaded when Robert Fuller had it, but Jeff Jarrett obviously is nothing but a low-down, sneaky, dirty punk. Right? Right? Right?
That's your conversation, Bruno. Oh, he takes him down.
I just want to say this, the Tennessee Stud's in the back of the dressing room right now. His leg is giving him a lot of pain. He's not used to being without that boot. He can't walk properly. He have an injury that Jeff Jarrett put on him, and Bill Dundee and BrickHouse Brown. That boot belongs to him, and they need to give it back while they got a good chance.
Well, Jeff needs it now. He obviously got his leg hurt from Fuller and you, and he's got, yes, he does. He's got the boot on right now. He has to wrestle with it. Jimmy Golden, tag to BrickHouse Brown.
Jeff Jarrett, you know something? me illegal. I just know it. Because Jeff Jarrett's always looking for an advantage. Robert Fuller don't need to cheat. Robert Fuller, the Tennessee stud, don't never have to do nothing illegal. But you know, if Jeff Jarrett's mixed up in it, there's something wrong with it, Lance Roosevelt. Something's fishy in Memphis. You know what I'm talking about?
The story just gets longer and deeper.
Robert Fuller has never been caught doing anything illegal. The referee,
Almost
the referee
got
checks that boot every time before Robert Fuller goes to the ring. He's never found nothing. Obviously, it's just a fallacy. It's a misconception. It's a myth. Am I right or wrong? I didn't see nobody checking Jeff Jarrett, Lance.
Well, it's not your place to have to tweak. Uh-oh, there goes Jimmy Golden up by the ring time. He's checking with Cactus Jack as Phil Hickerson puts BrickHouse down. Big hip. Beautiful hip toss from BrickHouse as he got the big 280-pound pounder and bounced him off the mat.
Oh, shut up, man. What you got there, you got Cactus Jack, Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And I'm telling you the truth, and they're going to find out the consequences. You got Big Phil Hickerson. His championship belt speaks for itself. My daddy's the greatest wrestler in the CWA today.
Tag on Jeff.
Well, Lance, I think the people can see that if they're not completely ignorant. Well, of course, then again, I'm sorry, because I'm sure most of them are, Lance.
All right. Standing side headlock. Jimmy Golden is right hanging around by us. Jeff Jarrett is hanging onto the side headlock.
He won't have it long. I'm going to tell you something. He looks stupid out there with one white boot on, one black boot.
Hey, nobody really asked you, guys.
Well, I'm telling you, you don't have to ask me. You just touch your mouth and listen to what I'm saying to you. He's in a lot of trouble right now, and Phil's going to take that boot off of him, and Jack right now. Before this match is over with, I guarantee you they'll have that boot off. Work on it, Phil. You got it, baby.
If I come over your house and stole your car, you'd want it back. Or if I come here to the TV station and stole your desk or something, you'd want it back.
Hickerson going after the boot.
That's right, he's wanting it back. It's stable property. It's Robert's property. And we're going to get it for him. We promised him that. The kid got no right wearing it. It don't even fit him.
Yep, and a reversal, but a clothesline out of the corner. What a sock, Dave.
Yeah.
That's an old Jackson trick.
Boy, he turned him over. I mean, all the way.
BrickHouse. Illegal interference by outside the ring.
They learned it from the stable. That's where they learned it from. BrickHouse.
Teach him nothing.
Coming in there, wheeling away on Hickerson and Cactus Jack. Jeff Jarrett takes Phil's head, pounds him in the corner while BrickHouse is beating on Cactus Jack.
The thing's different between BrickHouse Brown and a spare tire. The spare tires don't sing when you put chains on them.
That's it, Phil. That's it, baby. You got it now.
Uh-oh, look at it. He loaded the boot up. Nailed Hickerson right in the midsection, too. Almost got the pin. Here comes Fuller out. Okay. Golden's going over to help him out. That's too much. Yep. Hickerson and Cactus Jack holding BrickHouse Brown against the rope while Robert Fuller is taking that boot off, Dave, and going after it.
If Robert Fuller wouldn't do anything, the police ain't done nothing. Somebody's got to do something so the stable has got to take the law into its own hands. Just like back in the old days, baby. Look at
BrickHouse, double clothesline, puts Hickerson and Foley down, nails Robert and Jimmy Golden while they were trying to pull the boot off. Jeff loading it up. Here comes the RPM. Shot right to the midsection on Tommy Lane. Shot on Mike Davis. Look at Jeff go with that boot, and he's got it firmly loaded. Oh, whoa!
Jeff and BrickHouse have just run 5 of them out of the ring. Well, Jeff and BrickHouse in the boot, I guess we'd have to say. 5 of the stud stable run out of the ring by Jeff and BrickHouse, and look at Fuller. He's still steaming. Golden saying, hey, forget about it for right now.
Fuller is incensed as he's being pulled back by Jimmy Golden, and BrickHouse unloaded when he hit him with that double clothesline and got over there to Fuller and Golden. We're going to take time out. Be back with more big action in a moment.
We are nearing completion of my greatest work, the President's Home. Today, I discovered they will call it White House. I am utterly shocked at the name's lack of imagination.
When something's really special, you don't need a special name. So, at Hardee's, we call our burger the Big Deluxe.
thicker, juicier, more burger to win you over.
I trust they will find a more suitable name for his oval-shaped office.
The Big Deluxe. More burger, less name.
FM 100's Ron Olson and David Page.
You know FM 100 means music and free money, right? Well, this year we've already given away over $100,000.
And now we're doing it again.
Picture yourself winning your share of another $100,000 for a grand total of over $200,000 cash. Listen every day for your chance to win big money, and on Thursdays, even bigger money, and the biggest cash giveaway ever in Memphis, with over $200,000 cash. From the station that means music and free money, FM 100.
Levy Auto Parts can save you money with wholesale prices on their parts to the public. Levy installs what they sell, including new and used auto glass. And they provide courteous professional repair service, including rebuilding and installing new engines. You'll save every day at Levy Auto Parts, now 2 locations. 1720 North Thomas, next to Humco, specializing in older, hard-to-find parts, and their new location at 1336 North 2nd, next to Kimberly-Clark, specializing in pickups, front-wheel drive, and late model parts.
Where can you go where every day is a party? Where everyone can join in the fun?
I'm the wheel watcher.
Where the action happens from your TV set to your couch with every spin of the wheel.
Tell us about it.
Where else but where the prizes, the cash, the excitement keep getting bigger and better all the time. Let Pat Sajak and Vanna White show you the time of your life on Wheel of Fortune.
10:30 Sunday night on TV5.
Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Championship Wrestling presents for the first time ever a Tennessee, Texas shootout. 8-man tag battle. Kevin and Kerry VonErichs, Steve Cox and Frank Dusek battle Jerry the King Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Eddie Marlin. Plus, a New York City street rumble. Handsome Jimmy Valiant versus Wildfire Tommy Rich. World-class light heavyweight championship match. Eric Embry defends his belt. A return tag team match. The Stud Stable. Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden with Sylvia in their corner take on Jeff Jarrett and BrickHouse Brown. The RPMs with Downtown Bruno battle Bill Superstar Dundee and Todd Morton with Jamie Dundee in their corner. CWA Heavyweight Championship. Bill Hickerson defends against Nature's Best Daryl Justin. The Top Guns versus Cactus Jack and Gary Young. Scott Steiner takes on Terry Adonis. Don't miss the action. Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Segment we always enjoy, and that is the Wrestler of the Week. It's brought to you with the kind participation of Covington Pike Toyota, the world's largest Toyota truck dealer, where they provide every week a charity of this area with $100 in the name of the Wrestler of the Week. Mr. Kent Ritchie from Covington Pike, who's our charity this week?
Lance, this week we'll honor St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and we'll send them a check for $100.
You, again, couldn't pick a better one than that, and we appreciate it very much. In the name of our Wrestler of the Week, who was forced into combat in what turned out to be a handicap match, where he went against the RPMs in defense of their honor, Bill Dundee is our Wrestler of the Week, and that check will be going from Covington Pike to St. Jude's in the honor of Bill Dundee. Well, I know things keep happening out there, and 1989 is here already at Covington Pike Toyota.
Started in a big way, Lance.
Oh, really?
We already have over 889s to choose from. They're either on the lot or will be here in a day or two. We still have 588s left to sell, so it's business as usual at Covington Pike Toyota. 7 days a week, late every night, more for the trade. This year, we had so many 89s allocated to us early, we thought we'd start the year off with a sale. As you've seen in this morning's paper, 89 Toyotas as low as $62.95. You know, we sell more cars every month. It costs us less to sell a car than anyone else. So we've got 89 Toyotas on the lot. In fact, these are new Tercels, and we've got them sitting there and more on the way. We'll sell them as long as they last for $62.95.
You guys talking numbers that I can't even comprehend with a number of cars to choose from out there. Kent, thanks a lot for being with us.
Okay, Lance. Most people can't comprehend them either, but we do it every day. Thank
okay,
you.
buddy. Kent Ritchie from Covington Pike Toyota. Time out, and we'll be back in a moment.
Okay, I'll take Richie. Your pick, Lee. All right, I'll take Dave. Okay, we've got our teams, so we bat first.
Hi, Stephen. What's wrong?
Oh, Snowbird, every time we choose teams, I'm either the last one picked or not picked at all. That's because I'm bad at baseball and everything else.
Sounds like you're really down on yourself, Stephen. There may be some things you can't do as well as others, but there are also some things others can't do as well as you. The important thing is not to judge yourself by others, but to believe in yourself. When you do, then you'll believe in the things you do, and you'll always try your best.
Yeah, I guess I'm not such a bad person after all. Thanks, Snowbird. Steve, we need one more person. Come on.
Remember to believe in yourself. Each one of us is a special and important person.
A message for the family from Fantastic Sam's and TV5.
Take a trip with television's most glamorous and romantic couple, Jonathan and Jennifer Hart. They'll take you to the most exotic locations in the world, but be prepared for a few surprises.
How do we get out of here?
Try this, come on. Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers on Heart to Heart. They really know how to live.
Heart to Heart, 11 Sunday nights on TV5.
Action News 5 on the weekends means covering a lot of ground.
Overcrowding at the Shelby County Jail is causing problems tonight. Jailers tell Action News 5 that in Washington, about 300 demonstrators gathered in front of the White House in protest of the president's decision
and in Memphis,
to keep...
local officials are visiting right now with representatives of the NFL in the city's latest attempts to bring a friend.
The showers in the Mid-South moving to the east at
Fresh
about
off
8
the street,
miles an hour.
Action News 5 on the weekends with a team you like best. Janet Morris, Jarvis Greer, Sports, Dick Williams, weather. Weekends at 5:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay, we got the ring and waiting right now for the man who is the king of it, and that is the world heavyweight champion, Jerry the King Lawler, as he pops up on the ring.
Coming in here for an expiration of time match out of Canada, 225 pounds, introducing Terry Adonis, and going against him from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, the King, Jerry Lawler. Expiration of time match, Jerry Calhoun will be the referee.
Okay. Huh? No. It's not a title match. It's a non-title match.
Yeah.
Some confusion in there
I think the King was kind of playing around a little bit with the referee saying, hey, why don't we just make this a title match? But it is not a title match, not sanctioned as such by the AWA.
It's going to be an expiration of time match, though, and Jerry Calhoun says, do it to it. And here we go. Adonis he's kind of like Keith Eric, only more so. He is, and you know, some people take it as a derogatory comment when you say a journeyman professional. I don't take it that way. I think that it signifies that while he has never been a champion, he's very good at what he does. And,
that's true.
That's what Adonis is. He's been around, got more experience than Keith Eric and all. He's been in there with a lot of big ones everywhere. Nice clean break, and Lawler backs up. Draws a little smattering of approval from our folks who are gathered here. We again want to make a comment that we're delighted to have for their first annual convention, the United Association of Wrestling Fans, and they are meeting here for the very first time.
A good group and a large group here today.
Yes, boy, I'll tell you, they really are. And this isn't all of them that are here for the convention. It's all that's in town at this moment. We're delighted to have him here. Lawler backed up into the corner with Adonis right up above us. Lawler blocks the right hand and skips him with a right of his own. How many times do you suppose referee Jerry Calhoun has been told by wrestlers, watch that fist when Lawler's in there? Jerry knows how to use it and will do it.
He sure will. Yeah, that number's got to be way up into the thousands.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Adonis. Oh, putting a twist on the King's left arm. You know, you were talking about Adonis earlier, and I agree with you. Adonis is one of those wrestlers that you got to be careful. You cannot take him lightly, or he may be a champion wrestler, because he can beat you. He knows the moves.
Yeah, and the one thing that I've noticed about Adonis, and you'll see it, if he gets Lawler in trouble, you watch how he follows it up, which is something that You know, it's like saying a team doesn't know how to win. They've been on a losing, they don't know how to win. Let me tell you, a lot of guys don't know how to follow up an advantage. This is a guy that does right in there now. Jerry Lawler wrapped him pretty good, and referee Jerry Calhoun saying, come on, guys, let's keep it down to a wrestling match.
Adonis backed into a neutral corner. Lawler did not go all the way in there for him, but they kind of met in the middle somewhere. Lawler back into a corner now. Adonis puts a clip on him, gets him back out near the center of the ring. Sneaks around behind. He's got that knee right in Jerry's back with the hands on the chin, and he's got Jerry so it's tough for him to move without it hurting.
He is going to have to really work. He, being Lawler, is going to have to work to get out of this. Adonis has got the advantage. Watch how he stays on. Lawler powers his way up to his feet. He has a definite weight advantage, but you notice Adonis, over the shoulder, drops him down, and that could be the one that hurt him. Lawler was out of the way and gone when he dropped with a fist, and here comes Jerry, strapped down, pounding away on Terry Adonis.
Oh, big right hand, and Mr. Adonis hits the mat, falls back in the ring. Lawler over to the corner, up on the middle rope. Look out, right hand coming down. And a cover by Lawler. 1, 2, 3. The fall is history. Lawler's won it in 3 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yep, there's the difference between a good professional and a champion. He made one mistake. Lawler turned it around, carried it right on to victory not too long after that. Lawler, the winner over Terry Adonis. In our expiration of time match, we'll take time out. What, Robert?
Listen, I'd like your cooperation for just 1 second, if you don't mind. That it's obvious that punk has took that boot. He took a... Shut up! He took the boot off of my foot, and he took it somewhere, and he had something done to it. That it's obvious that he loaded that boot in there just a minute ago.
That, huh?
He's done everybody in my face. I got Cactus Jack in the back with no feeling in his shoulders. I got RPMs with messed up ribs, and I just got my breath back from kicking the gut myself. I'm going to tell you something, Lance. Something's going to be done about it, because you can't wear an object in the ring like that unless you're protecting yourself with it. You can't go in there and load it up and hit people like that, and we're going to make a stop to it, baby.
Yeah, he's the one that did it, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you're not telling us anything. We know exactly about that boot in there, and when you had it and everything else.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sure you will.
That's the bad news right there. Other than me getting that boot back, that's going to be the good news. I just got the news of the century that downtown Bruno has wined and dined Sid Vicious, and Vicious has signed the contract. He now belongs to the Sun Stable. You get acting like that?
No, I don't really care about that.
And I'm going to tell you something, Lance, that we're not going to give him to the promoters in order for them to be able to promote him like they want to. What we're going to do is we're going to give Jarrett and that goofy, good-for-nothing pauper he's wrestling with out there that I get his money a little special surprise, boys, because you're not going to know. You're not going to have any idea the next time you see Sid Vicious, it's going to make wrestling headlines, that we're going to end some careers. We're going to make short of your career out there, Jeff Jarrett. We're going to make short of your career, BrickHouse Brown. We're going to do your way. I'm going to put my boots back on and kick everybody out. I'm going to tell you something. He's still got about 8 minutes here before this show's over with to bring that boot back out here and leave it with you, Lance Russell, and everything will be forgotten.
Don't hold your breath, and why don't you just leave us alone, Jimmy? We're going to take time out and be back in a moment.
This week, it's a Memphis area-wide furniture sale.
And Restonic has made Fleming's a special edition orthotronic mattress with more quality, more firmness, and value for your money than ever before.
Choose a set in king or queen size for only $3.99.
Twin or full-size sets for only $2.99. That's 50% savings off comparable quality.
Quit tossing and turning all night when you choose this luxury special edition Restonic set, available only during the Memphis area-wide furniture sale.
Come on in and register for the $5,000 free shopping spree and start enjoying sweet dreams from Restonic.
And Fleming's.
I love my mom and dad more than anybody, but they're tearing me apart.
Maybe sometime in juvenile hall will set him straight.
If AIDS can happen to me, it can happen to anybody.
It don't look good when you treat family like this.
Nancy is my daughter, and I won't give her up.
I want to be with my mom.
I wouldn't kidnap my own children.
I will not help the man who killed my brother.
I'm a father. All I want to do is see my kids.
Families in trouble turn to the judge. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on TV5.
Stay tuned. The state of Mississippi has a special drunk driving offer just for you. If you drink and drive, here's what you get. You get stopped by a police officer. You get the drunk driving test. You can have your car impounded. You can lose your license or even spend time in the penitentiary and much, much more. Ah, but the cost, you say. But wait, there's more. You get booked, fingerprinted, a breath test. You get free photos and a room with a view, all at no charge. Now what do you think of our offer? But wait, there's still more. You get to pay fines, fees, assessments, treatment costs, legal bills, higher insurance. All yours for an average cost of several $1,000s. Best of all, it's automatic, immediate, and fair. There's no way to get off. Impress your friends, your family, your boss. Everyone will know. Now, how's that for a drunk driving law? If you're interested, the Mississippi Highway Patrol offers fast, fair, friendly service 7 days a week. We never close, and our law really, really works.
Hey, I want to tell you about the championship wrestling action coming up around the territory. First, as we always try to do, we remind you of the Jerry Lawler Show at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning here on TV5. Tomorrow, a special show because Olympic gold medalist Kennedy McKinney, who won in boxing for the United States, will be on the King Show. I'm sure most of you know the story of Kennedy. He went to Melrose High School. The Golden Warrior gets the gold medal. And he's been a fan of the Kings for a long, long time and was looking forward to being on the show as much as Jerry was looking forward to having him there. That'll be tomorrow morning. Kennedy McKinney, the Olympic gold medalist, will be on the Jerry Lawler Show. Also a profile of Craigmont High football, and the #1 boys tennis player in the state, Chip Stearns from Germantown, also will be on the Jerry Lawler Show tomorrow morning. How about championship wrestling action? Well, it comes up in Saltillo, Mississippi on Thursday night, October 13th. You can see Jeff Jarrett will be there. Bill Dundee is on the card. BrickHouse Brown, too. All of them in Saltillo on Thursday the 13th. Friday, October 21st, Holly Springs, Mississippi at Rust College. BrickHouse will be there. All the Stud family on that card, too. Get your tickets in advance in Holly Springs, and you save $1. Sunday, November 6th, West Memphis, Arkansas at the Boys Club Gym. It'll be at 3 o'clock on that Sunday afternoon. Championship Wrestling will be there. More about the card later on, but you folks over around West Memphis, make plans now. Sunday, November 6th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And don't forget about all the big action Monday in Memphis town, too. We're talking about the Texas-Tennessee shootout. That's championship wrestling action coming up here and elsewhere. We'll be back here with more action and to tell you more about the shootout in just a moment.
Listen up, watch close and you'll see you get a real special deal installing cable TV. 88, just 88 cents. Get you started on the best, on the most, it makes sense. You get news, you get sports, you get movies, all sorts. You get shows for the kids, the husband, the wife. You get songs, you get laughs, every interest in your life. More entertainment, more channels, more fun. More choice, more value, you can tape it on the run. Order now, call the number that you see on your screen. Save money, and you'll see what we mean. Call 1-800-321-3900 and get cable TV, HBO, and Cinemax installed for just 88 cents. Offer is limited, so call 1-800-321-3900 now. That's 1-800-321-3900. So for total entertainment, the place you should be is choosing from the channels on cable TV.
Wait. Sports 400. He's magic. Who is Irvin Johnson? The Big Dipper. Who is Will Chamberlain? The Yankee Clipper. Who is Joe DiMaggio? Sweetness. Who is Walter Payton?
I've got an audio daily double. Floats like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Who is Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
All right, this quarterback wore a mink coat and pantyhose.
Who is Joe Namath? Right.
No way, dudes. Who is Steve? Only run the house on Saturdays.
Jeopardy! The language of Jeopardy, weekdays at 4:30. People are talking about Action News 5.
Well, I watch Action News Live because they give the news accurate soon after it happens, and they give it back.
They put the words out plain. And...
Well, I like Jack because he go into detail about sports. You know, he talks about the certain players, there's certain teams, and you know how they perform and what he thinks about them.
Seems like they get all the news on there that's happening.
Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Championship Wrestling presents for the first time ever a Tennessee-Texas shootout. 8-man tag battle. Kevin and Kerry VonErichs, Steve Cox and Frank Dusek battle Jerry the King Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Eddie Marlin. Plus, a New York City street rumble. Handsome Jimmy Valiant versus Wildfire Tommy Rich. World-class light heavyweight championship match. Eric Embry defends his belt. A return tag team match. The Stud Stable. Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden with Sylvia in their corner take on Jeff Jarrett and BrickHouse Brown. The RPMs with Downtown Bruno battle Bill Superstar Dundee and Todd Morton with Jamie Dundee in their corner. CWA Heavyweight Championship. Bill Hickerson defends against Nature's Best Daryl Justin. The Top Guns versus Cactus Jack and Gary Young. Scott Steiner takes on Terry Adonis. Don't miss the action. Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to miss it Monday night there. Boy, that should be something else. I've never seen a situation exactly like this. And Frank Dusek, who got a little smart on that interview that he sent in there, he may find out how tough old man Eddie Marlin really is. I'll tell you, guarantee that's going to be one that you don't want to miss. Regular prices and free parking and all that kind of jazz. But biggest and best of all, it's when it's settled down between the Tennessee and the Texas boys, and we're going to have a little shootout right then and there. We've enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing you down there Monday night. Until we see you next week, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.